For updates on how the fall sports seasons are shaping up for Hawks and Lady Hawks, as well as cross country and tennis, we check in with one of the busiest members of our news team, Hawkeye News sports anchor Ryan Garr.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Thanks, Chris and Roseanne, and hello, Hawks and Lady Hawks sports fans. I'm Ryan Garr, and you're entering the Athletic Zone. This month, we'll take a look at the football, cross country, and tennis seasons, as well as bring back our goose, Chris Terrel, to show you how the volleyball team is doing this month. Now for the football highlights. In Red Oak versus West Mesquite, the game started off with an early field goal by West Mesquite, but the Hawks responded with a 27-yard touchdown pass from Grady Latimer to Cody Thompson for an early 7-3 lead. Travis Wallace would also connect on an 18-yard touchdown pass to Seth Rushing to move the Hawks up 14-3 at halftime. In the third quarter, the Wranglers would score 11 points to tie the game, but Travis Wallace would once again connect with Cody Thompson on a 51-yard pass and run. Travis scampered into the end zone to move the Hawks ahead. Justin Mendoza added the extra point, bringing the Hawks to 21-14. West Mesquite scored 2 more touchdowns, leading 28-21 in the fourth quarter. Nick Boyd would then acquire a 58-yard touchdown run. With all eyes still on Boyd, Travis Wallace would send a quick pass to Seth Rushing to send the score Hawks 29, Wranglers 28. With 1 second left on the clock, the Wranglers would kick a 50-yard field goal, ending the game Hawks 29, Wranglers 31. The Hawks vs. Maybank game became an instant do-or-die after 2 heartbreaking losses to Lancaster and West Mesquite. However, our Hawks let the crowd know quickly their dreams of going back to playoffs would not die that easily. The Hawks scored first as Seth Rushing would break loose for an 18-yard touchdown run. New Red Oak kicker sophomore Richie Barrientos kicked the extra point to put the Hawks up 7-0. The Hawks defense stepped up early as they stopped the Panthers and sent the ball back to the Hawks offense early in the second quarter. This time, quarterback Grady Latimer connected with Rushing for a 6-yard touchdown pass. The Hawks would lead 13-0. Maybank would then drive and score midway through the second quarter. The Hawks responded as Nick Boyd would blow by several defenders as he strolled into the end zone for a 10-yard touchdown run. In the third quarter, Maybank would score to tie the game, but Ishmael Harrison would then take the pitch and outrun the Panthers for a 48-yard touchdown run. Barrientos would once again add the extra point, making the Hawks lead 26-19. Maybank would break a 19-yard run and would tie the game at 26-26. With less than 1 minute left in the game, the Panthers hit a long pass, setting up a short field goal opportunity for a Panthers win. But the kick sailed inches wide and sent the game into overtime. The Panthers took possession first and was stopped by an interception. With the ball now in the Hawks' possession, Nick Boyd busted some hard runs and set up Latimer behind his line to plunge into the end zone from the 1-yard line. Nick Boyd ran the ball for the extra point. Hawks end the game 34-26. In Red Oak versus Terrel, the Hawks started dominating early, with a 19-yard pass from Grady Latimer to Seth Rushing for the touchdown. Kicker Richie Barrientos kicked the extra point to give the Hawks an early 7-0 lead. The offense continued to be a powerhouse of the game, with a pass from Grady Latimer to Ishmael Harrison for a 20-yard touchdown pass. And with the extra point by Barrientos, the Hawks led 14-0. Early in the second quarter, the offensive line, led by J.C. Lumley, would blast through Terrell's defensive line, as Nick Boyd would follow his blockers to a 1-yard touchdown. Barrientos split the uprights, letting the Hawks lead 21-0. Boyd then ran over whoever got in his way as he scored his second rushing touchdown on an 11-yard run. Before the half, quarterback Grady Latimer would follow his offensive line as he strolled into the end zone to bring the score to 34-0. In the third quarter, the Hawks would get another 34-yard touchdown pass from Travis Wallace to Nick Boyd. Extra point kicked by Barrientos. In the fourth quarter, with many of the starters resting, quarterback Travis Wallace would plunge into the end zone for a touchdown. And with the extra point by Barrientos, the Hawks led 48-0. After another forced turnover, running back Chris Eldridge would notch his first varsity touchdown of the season on a 5-yard run. With a point after successful, the Hawks would close out the scoring 55-0. The Hawks' defensive line totally dominated the night, holding the Tigers to negative 12 yards rushing and only 2 first downs.
Coming into it, we wanted offense, defense, and special teams clicking, and they're all clicking tonight. Coach Hollywood did a great job with the defense, shutting them out. Coach Waddle scoring 55 with the offense. Everything was clicking tonight, and like we've talked about, hey, the ball start bouncing our way. It started bouncing our way.